Hi friends, it is Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a fall get it all done. I think that's why I'm smiling, because I love to be productive and I just love fall. So we're gonna do it all in this video. I actually went to Hobby Lobby this morning. I'll show you a Hobby Lobby haul here to kick off the video, but I want to do some fall decorating. I'm thinking we're going to decorate in the entryway in this video. I also want to do some fall baking, some cooking, and I don't want to do it, but we'll probably have to do some cleaning too. It's actually 2 o'clock in the afternoon, by the way, so this will be about 2 days worth, I'm guessing. But I've just been really busy. I told myself I could not pick up the camera until I folded the clothes. So clothes are folded, but they aren't put away. And then of course the pile that needs to go up as well. So I'm gonna probably do that after I pick up the kids from school. Back to school time is always a busy time for us. Not only it's for kids and making sure they have all their supplies and clothes and everything that they need for school, getting them there, making sure they have like the lunch and everything. I mean, it's a whole deal. The paperwork in itself is overwhelming, but once that's done, then it's always the twins' birthday. So they actually turned 8 years old yesterday. Oh my gosh, how are my babies 8? I'm gonna cry. I don't wanna think about it, but it's so hard to believe that they are 8 years old. So we spent the weekend celebrating. We had some family over and just a lot of fun. So I'm still kind of picking up the pieces from all of that. And a productive couple of days at home is exactly what I need to just get back on track. I have to be super careful with where I stand right now because I've started putting out some of my new fall decor just to see what it looks like, because I am so excited. But I don't want you to see it yet until I share those specific areas with you in upcoming videos. So you get to look at this, which isn't very much. However, later this week, I decided I am going to just jump in and do my fall coffee bar right off of the bat. So that will be the next video you see, or it'll be in the next video. I ordered a couple of things off of Amazon that will be coming for that. And I also found one thing at Hobby Lobby for it. Maybe a couple that I'll probably use, but I went this morning, it was like right when they opened, because wall decor is back on sale this week, as well as all home decor. So the vases, the pots, the planters, and I wanted to just take a spin through the fall decor again and the Christmas. I did walk out with both fall and Christmas. I'm seasonally challenged right now. I have Christmas on my mind as well. The first item I bought was this huge, they call it a wood charcuterie board. I don't know, cutting board, charcuterie board, same thing to me. I love this color this year. I'm really into the espresso or just the darker wood tones, especially in our kitchen. You're gonna see a lot of that in my decor this year. And so I grabbed this. I think there's so many ways you can use this. I have like 3 ideas. It's like, which one am I gonna go with? We'll find out in the future, but normally $33.99, of course, 50% off of that. So I thought that was a great score for such a huge board. So very happy. I think, this was actually the only thing out of the fall section that I bought. I bought more of these floral stems as well. Last time I went, they only had 4, but they must have restocked them because they had more than 4 now. So these are in the floral, wedding floral, $1.49 a piece. I use these actually downstairs in our family room on my coffee table that I styled, and I wanted to have a bundle to put upstairs as well because I just really like them. They're just a really nice lower profile floral piece. I have a lot of different shelves and areas that I need lower items, so grabbed a bunch of these. I also wanted to look at all of the vessels, the pots, the planters, and I picked up this one. It's just brown. I love big round vases or pots like this with larger openings. I found that I just prefer those, so I grabbed this one, $31.99, half off, so that was awesome. I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but I mean, it works. I mean, in a nicer way. Probably my favorite find though this morning was this planter. Now, normally $42.99. Actually, these don't actually go on sale, so they're always just the ticketed price. Let me show you. That's on the pot. It's a pot. I fell in love with it. I looked at it, I'm like, oh, I've been looking at something so similar to this. I'm gonna drop it, but I want you to see it. Here we go. Something super similar with this like rib detail on the Pottery Barn website. I've looked at it for so long, but I just can't pay the amount that they're asking. So I saw this, I've never seen it there before, picked it up, and I'm like, oh no, it's cracked. I was so mad, but it was the only one there. I'm like, you know what? It's cracked in a few different places, but it's all like in one area. So if you turn it the right way, you won't see it. But I put it in my cart, walked around, did the rest of my shopping. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna ask them when I check out if they'll give me a discount. So she called the manager up and she's like, okay, well, how much is it? $42.99. I showed her the cracks on it. There's one big one and a couple small ones. She goes, I'll give it to you for 90% off. So you'll get it for about $4. I'm like, $4 for this huge thing? I'm like, wow, I was expecting like $5 off or something like that. So I got this huge thing for under $5. I put the lights on, it's dark out. I also got, I've been looking at this for a while, but it's finally 50% off. You can see how big it is. Normally $84.99, so definitely wanted to wait for the sale. It's a very, very neutral piece of wall art, but I need big things for these empty walls. And I have a couple of ideas for this, we'll see. And last at Hobby Lobby, I actually picked up some Christmas garland. So last week I grabbed some Christmas garland, and then it was like the cedar garland. It sells out immediately. And so I grabbed 3 of them last week in 2 separate trips because I decided I needed one more. And of course they were gone today, so I'm glad I did. And then I also, when I looked, they've put out the Norfolk garland, which people are comparing to a floral one. It's 6 foot, here it is. I don't know that I have an A floral one available or accessible right now to compare. It looks very similar. I don't know, it's close. But this one at Hobby Lobby, $47.99, 50% off. So what is that, $24 for this one. The A floral ones are usually a little bit more than that. So I picked up 2. I don't know if I'll mix and match them once I pull everything out, but I needed more garlands. So between this and then the cedar ones that I picked up, I think I'm set. No more garlands for Crystal this year. But I don't want this to turn into a Christmas video. So enough with the garland, let's move on to fall. Good morning, having my cup of coffee. Just brought the kids to school, but we had a really good night last night. You saw a little bit of it. I made this Parmesan crusted, it's like breadcrumbs and Parmesan crusted chicken. Very good. The kids actually really liked it, so that was a huge win. I'll definitely make that again. Super easy and basic, but sometimes that's just what we need. So it was a good meal. We played games, went to bed. And now the sun is shining and it's a beautiful day out. So new day here, cheers. Going to drink my coffee and looking forward to just a productive day at home. One thing, so we're on day 4 of school with the kids back at school. And I've kind of found that my toxic trait lately has been like, yes, I can go places. I can go to Hobby Lobby. I can go thrifting. I can go to Target. But I need to get home after I bring the kids to school. 1, it's getting expensive to go out shopping, but 2, half of my day is taken up, and by the time I get home, I'm like, well, I wasn't very productive today. So today I'm like, I have to go home and it's time to get some things done. So today I want to decorate. I'm standing in our entryway. I have the rug in the wash, do a good cleaning of this area and get it all decorated. It's a small entryway, so not a ton of decor, but want to decorate it, try some new recipes. I'm looking through my phone right now trying to find the recipe that I want to try tonight. So I'm actually going to pull out the crock pot. I think it's crock pot season. It is for me anyways. I'm like ready to go. I've been cooking a lot of the same things over the summer months just because we're always on the go. And so I need to try some new things. I really do. I found this one. It's called creamy chipotle chicken pasta. It's high protein and it looks like you can prep quite a bit and just have it on hand in the refrigerator, which is great. But I don't have all the ingredients that I need, so I need to place a delivery order, I think, to get a few items. And then I'm also noticing now, with the kids back in school, I'm going through certain items quicker than others, and so I need to just do a small grocery restock as well. With all that being said, I wanted to thank DoorDash for sponsoring this video. I have been a DoorDash app user for many years now, and I absolutely love their service, and it has definitely evolved over time. But a little bit about DoorDash. They were created about 10 years ago, and it started off with just connecting consumers with the local restaurants, having food delivered straight to your home, and it's definitely evolved over time into a big marketplace where you can have all kinds of different things delivered to wherever you're at, whether it be at home or you're traveling or to a family member. Not only can you have food from local restaurants delivered through DoorDash, but you can also have groceries, which is what I'm going to do today, flowers, alcohol, but you must be 21 and it's only in select markets, so I definitely want to put that out there. And then also just from select retail locations as well, whether household goods for that matter. So just so many different options available out there, and it's so convenient. The app itself is also very user-friendly. I appreciate all the coupons and items that they have available on there. It'll show you all of the locations that are available, and then you can just go ahead and add things to your cart like normal, and you can either have it delivered as soon as possible, or you can schedule it out for a certain date and time. The communication is also always really great. You'll find out when your dasher is actually getting to the store, picking up your order, and then when they are on the way, and again when it is delivered, so the communication is top notch. But I am going to get my order placed while I eat breakfast, and once it arrives, I will share with you everything that I got, and we'll get this meal going for the day. It's gonna be so nice to have my crock pot out again. But I'm gonna have a QR code on the screen. You can either scan that code or click the link down below in my description box and use my code CrystalTara50. That's going to save you 50% off up to a $10 value on a $15 and up order through select retail stores, grocery, and convenience locations as well. My order is in. I'll let you know when it comes. Do you remember the Power Hour videos from back in the day? I certainly do, and I need to do one actually right now. I just want to take care of a bunch of stuff around the house. I'll share some of it with you, but like folding the towels in the laundry and getting the entryway cleaned and prepped and ready to decorate for this afternoon, and just a bunch of random stuff around the house that I've been putting off needs to get taken care of. So we have an hour. Let's do it. Have my seasonal rotation of towels that I'm going to go bring into our kitchen. Have you heard of Geometry kitchen towels? I love them so much. I grabbed 3 this weekend at some local like boutiques or stores here in town. They're like my favorite. I mainly just use them for dish drying and then cleaning up around when I need to. I don't really hang them out, so I feel like I can go a little bit more fun on the patterns and colors and things. It doesn't have to match. But I saw these mushrooms, and I don't decorate with mushrooms. I'm like, this is my chance to have something mushroom. But I like the pink and of course the shade of brown in there as well. But I just thought those were so fun. You'll have to let me know if you've heard of them though. They're awesome. They're like a thin towel, but they're super absorbent. They're soft, and I don't know all the details on them, but I'm definitely hooked. I plan to get some for Christmas as well. I actually gifted last Christmas to a few people a lot of these towels. They make fabulous gifts. I did one like with some other things for our neighbors, and I think my mom got one. My sister, I gave her a bunch. So they're just they're an awesome towel. My delivery was just dropped off, but before I go grab it, I wanted to show you what I've been working on. So I've cleared away everything, so we're ready to clean and decorate this space. It just needs a good cleaning, and it's nice to pull it all away and start fresh. But I thought I would mention this as well. I moved this bench from upstairs down here. I've been contemplating what to do with this area for a while. I've had this big tree right here, and I don't know, I just feel like it's better than that, you know what I mean? Like, I can put a tree in a corner, but I feel like we just have an opportunity here to bring the entryway in a little bit further. We just don't have enough room for a good size bench, and that's just, it's unfortunate. I'd rather have a table in the entryway, and I thought, you know what, let's try a bench here, as we have a lot more space here to work with, and then we can do something fun on the wall. So I stole this from upstairs to see if I even like that idea, and if I do, then I can start looking for the perfect bench. So I did that, but it's time to bring those groceries in before it gets too hot outside. Let's see. Yeah, and you can see how dirty the glass is probably. Here they are. Awesome. Let me pull them in and I'll show you everything. So here's my Hy-Vee order that was delivered through DoorDash. And so I have items for my recipe that I'm going to be doing, as well as just random fill-in items, because honestly, I kind of dropped the ball on that with party stuff going on over the past weekend, that there's just a few items that we needed, like milk, for instance. But milk, got some olive oil, cottage cheese. This, I honestly had no idea what it was. So I'm glad that someone else shopped it for me, because I probably would have spent hours looking for it. The adobo sauce, I don't even know if that's how you say it, but that was something that's needed. Chicken breasts, bananas. I grabbed some green beans, some breadcrumbs. This was the substitution, and I thought that was fine. So did that. String cheese for the kids' lunches, some smoked turkey breasts. I actually haven't tried this kind before, but I wanted to, so grab more of that. Spinach for my recipe, just some mandarins, or clementines, I'm sorry. I always call them mandarins. And then peppers, red, green, and an onion, a lime, blueberries, strawberries, and then this was the kids' request this morning. Velveeta, shells and cheese, because they eat so much food, and they'll probably eat this when they get home from school. For us, driving to Hy-Vee, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. So that's 40 minutes right there, not to mention probably the 30 to 45 minutes I'm gonna spend in the store shopping as well. So yeah, big time saver for me, and happy to have the groceries here. So yeah, I'm gonna put them away. I have a little bit of time though. I'm not going to start it quite yet. I'll probably wait till after lunch to get everything all prepped and in the crock pot. If I start it by 1 and put it on high, I think that will be good. That's the plan. So I'm gonna go clean, I think, the entryway. I'd love to get that done though too before we move on. will put the whole recipe down below in the description box, but basically I just have the peppers and onions sliced up with the chicken breast on top. And then I just dumped in this can of the chipotles on top. And now I'm just going to let it ride for a couple hours and I'll check on it in a little while. There's still a lot we need to do with this recipe. There's pasta, cottage cheese, I think, spinach. So plenty more to go, but for now we just needed to get the chicken going. So moving back to the entryway, I'll show you where we're at so far. I put my ruggable back out. This is, I cannot remember the exact name, the Rowan something. I will link it down below. I love this rug so much. It's one of my favorite ruggables I think I've ever owned. And I don't know, it's hard. They always have pretty ones, but I do love this one a lot. So everything's all set up. I did move the lamp to this end. I want to try that just to change things up a little bit. And then I also put out a couple of these cable clips on the back of the table to help route the cord down to the outlet, just so it's not just like hanging down awkwardly. I might add one more, but I just recently got these off of Amazon and I can already tell that I'm going to be using them in a lot of different places. First things first, I want to try this new wall art piece that I grabbed at Hobby Lobby on the wall. I'm going to add my McGee & Co. vase to this end. I'm gonna grab some pretty florals. A pop of color is definitely what this area needs. Going to add, I think, the burgundy magnolia stems for a pop of color. I love the sparse look to them, and I love how tall they are and wispy. I'll start with that. These two books have become staples on my entryway table. They just always stay here. I just like the colors with the wood, so just going to reuse those. I recently ordered this photo frame off of Amazon. This is not necessarily fall decor. It's definitely something to use year round, which I plan to do. I love, it's a black base and you can adjust these pieces. So if you have like a frame already in mind, you could switch out the glass for that. But I'm going to use it as it came with the glass. So I need to put a printable or a piece of artwork in there. And then I remembered that I had this from a few years ago that I ordered off of Etsy. I'll link it below if it's still available. Like I said, it's been a while. But I thought this would go perfectly inside of it on this table. So I'm gonna give that a try. I think I'm going to have to trim it down though, just a little bit. I was inspired by this art print to pull out this wreath. This, I believe, was from Hobby Lobby, but I thought this would be a good candle ring on top of the books and just bring a little bit more texture to the table. So I'm happy with where we left things there. Of course, I always put this disclaimer out there. I may change out things as I continue decorating around the house or just live with it for a while. Things get moved around. So possibly more to come on that, we'll see, but I'm actually really happy with it. If anything, I would switch out that art to something a little bit more with like more burgundy or fall colors in it. But for, it's still early fall, I think it works perfectly. So happy with that. I did put a wreath back on the front door as well. I was just missing it. I took it down to clean and it was time to put one back up. But to finish up the entryway for today anyways, I wanted to do something over in this area by the mirror. It's looking just a little bit too blank for me. I used to have a little ottoman stool there, but it just wasn't cutting it. I didn't care for it, so I'm gonna try something different. When I was down in my storage room looking for that printable, I found this basket. I'm like, oh, that might be perfect in the corner for just some texture. And I'm gonna go find a tree to put in it. I stole this one from my office. If you watched my last video, I'm considering, I haven't done it yet, but buying 2 bookcases to go on either side of my desk. And so this needs a new home. This is nice and tall and narrow, which is what we need in a small corner like this. I actually thought about doing an olive tree. I don't own any, but possibly looking to buy an olive tree. So that's a maybe. If not for the entryway, for the living room. There's a hummingbird out by my flowers. Oh, I love it. I rarely see them out here. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm back in the kitchen now, not for a dinner recipe, but for a snack. I actually need to leave here soon, but I want to make this recipe. It's been on my list to do for a while now. But I have this leftover pumpkin from when, ooh, I better watch where I'm grabbing here. Leftover pumpkin from another recipe. I think I tried with you the muffins maybe. No, was it muffins? I don't remember at this point. My life is a blur. But I have leftover pumpkin I want to use. So you blend up cottage cheese with the pumpkin and then you add, I think, syrup. I don't know. We're going to try it really quick though. A cup of cottage cheese, half a cup of pumpkin pie, the pure pumpkin, and then some syrup, a splash of vanilla, and we're just going to add some pumpkin pie spice as well. Going to blend it all up and I think top it with some granola. This also doesn't look very appetizing, but we're gonna try it. It's actually really good. So my battery died on the camera. I went to take a bite and click, it went off. It's really good. It's actually huge. I mean, a huge portion. This is a giant bowl. I want to say it's right about 30. I forgot to add the granola. Hold that thought. 34 grams of protein, about 350 calories. So this will definitely fill me up. I didn't eat cottage cheese with my lunch like I normally do because I knew I wanted to try this. So yeah, it's really good though. Yum, yum. Definitely has the consistency of yogurt though, more than cheesecake. So I'm boiling the pasta. I've actually never tried that banza chickpea type pasta before, so it should be rather interesting, but I've been meaning to try it. Now I did shred up the chicken. Here's what it looks like. It is hot and sizzling. I think I might turn it off for now. Looks and smells so, so good. And I'm also working, I need to blend. It looks like 4 cups of cottage cheese. So I'm working on that right now. And then we're just gonna mix it all together along with this whole bag of spinach. And I forgot, I was supposed to get 2 limes, but I only ordered 1. So I'll just put in a little bit of lime juice as well. So mix it all together and we'll be done. I'm waiting for the spinach to cook down just a little bit and then I will taste test it to give you my official review if it is good or not. I think it's going to be good. I don't know, I can't imagine it's not, but it definitely looks a little bit interesting. I decided to skip the shredded cheese. The recipe I think called for a cup of shredded cheese. I don't know that it needed it, so I left it out for now. So we'll see how that goes, but I think it'll be good. It's gotta be good. But I think after I give it a try, I'm going to end the video right here. My husband and I actually are going on a date tonight. We're going to see the movie The Forge. My mother-in-law went and saw it last week and loved it so much that she bought us a gift card and said, you have to go see it. I will watch the kids. So she's coming over tonight and we are heading out. I'm trying a mini sample right now. It's good, it has some spice to it. Oh my goodness, it was that can, it's so spicy. If I was to do it again, I probably wouldn't put all of those in. Wow. This is definitely something different though. It's very good, it's spicy. So if you don't like spice, either don't add that can or cut back on it.